Hey everyone, it's Raj from 3CB Performance. Arsenal number 9, Alexandre Lacazette, is set to miss the rest of September to deal with persistent pain and discomfort from a left ankle sprain that he picked up versus Lyon in the Emirates Cup on July 28th. In this video, I'll explain the initial injury and potential residual deficits, the key tenets of the rehab, and why the team's proactive approach is a very wise decision. Lacazette rolled his left ankle inwards, known as an inversion ankle sprain, most likely of the anterior talofibular ligament, ATFL, which is a key stabilizer of the ankle joint during that inversion movement. He was seen wearing a precautionary protective boot after the game, but was out of it and back to training in the Arsenal gym the next morning. Based on that, his short 2-week return to play timetable, and multiple club comments that the sprain wasn't serious, the injury was very likely a grade 1 tear, which ranges from micro-stretching of the ligament fibers to 25% of the fibers torn. Now you might be thinking, hold on, how can a grade 1 tear lead to persistent and nagging problems in the ankle? The reality is that even the mildest grade 1 ankle sprain comes with the risk of persistent pain, swelling, and tenderness in the foot and ankle, most commonly at the ATFL, peroneal muscles, posterior tibialis muscle, and or the ankle talocrural joint, TC joint. There's multiple reasons for that. Proprioception is the body's unconscious awareness of itself in space and informs the brain about joint positioning. For example, if you close your eyes and move your ankle up and down and side to side, a key reason you can feel that movement is due to proprioception. Specifically, we have little cells in the muscles near the joints called proprioceptors. However, an inversion ankle sprain like Lacazette's stretches out the peroneal muscles which sit on the lateral outer part of the ankle and impairs the proprioceptors. These are key for sensing when the ankle is rolling inwards, inversion, into a dangerous spot, and triggering a reflex and muscle activation to move the ankle back outwards, eversion. Additionally, pain and swelling in the joint can inhibit proprioception feedback as well. This combination effect is a major underlying reason for recurrent ankle sprains in the short term and why ankle sprains are often clustered together. Accordingly, the research shows that proprioceptive and balance training is a key tenet of reducing future ankle sprain risk. With the peroneal stretched and weakened, there's increased stress on the surrounding muscles and tendons to pick up the slack, specifically on the posterior tibialis tendon, which forms a stirrup around the foot and is a major stabilizer for the arch of the foot and helps control eversion. Further, there's the potential for impaired biomechanics, which results in altered movements, particularly during walking and running. This is typically due to pain, and further, it's common to see an initial loss of ankle dorsiflexion due to the swelling. Dorsiflexion is a key part of walking and running, so a limited range will lead to surefire compensation, typically stepping more onto the outside of the foot. To that point, regaining ankle dorsiflexion range of motion and appropriate gait mechanics are two immediate priorities of ankle sprain rehab. Football puts a huge demand on the ankle. It requires mobility and strength in all planes, intermingled with balance and having to leverage against other players. Those demands are exponentially higher for Lacazette, who plays the highest level in the notoriously physical and unrelenting English Premier League. With all that in mind, it was perfectly normal for Lacazette to have some discomfort and swelling in the ankle as he returned to play and increase intensity. However, that soreness and pain in his left ankle should have been decreasing in intensity and quantity over time. From my understanding, that wasn't the case, and therefore the team decided to take him off and give him 3+ weeks of dedicated rehab. That decision to get out in front of the issue was absolutely the right choice for multiple reasons. First and foremost is the risk of re-injury. You really want to avoid the sprain-re-sprain cycle, which leads to cumulative fitness deficits and exponential problems at the ankle and all along the kinetic chain. Continuing to stress a weakened muscle or overloading a muscle that has to compensate for a weakened muscle is a formula for developing an over-injury. Further, you don't want to reinforce compensatory movement patterns that may lead to injury risk down the line. In both cases, it's critical to get out in front of these potential problems rather than let them linger and take the wait-and-see approach. The research shows that CAI, which is characterized by ongoing tenderness of the ligament, pain during ankle joint movement, feelings of instability or weakness in the ankle, and kinesiophobia, or fear of movement, develops in nearly 20% of individuals after ankle sprain, regardless of severity. For that reason, appropriate rehab and return to play protocols are crucial after any sprain, especially so for Lacazette, whose livelihood depends on his ankles. Lastly, Arsenal are still early on in a grueling league and season schedule and need Lacazette to be as healthy as possible moving forward. He's an integral part of a budding three-headed partnership with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and new acquisition Pepe, serving as a key pivot for the attack and adapting to a new Roberto Firmino type role where he uses his movement and spacing intellect to tactically play between the lines, drop back further, and open up space. Right now is the time for him to be off the pitch and proactively address the ankle rather than continuing to grit through it and potentially miss more important games later on. I'm certainly looking forward to a near 100% healthy, vibrant, and hungry Lacazette as we round into October. That's a wrap for this video. Thanks for watching. My goal is to provide you with in-depth, evidence-based, narrative-free analysis. You can always find me on IG and Twitter at 3CB Performance. Make sure to sub to the channel for the latest updates. 3CB out.